Boom, 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 boom. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of D&M Drives with Nana and Kini.
Say it again. Nana
And Kini.
Say louder.
Nana and Kini.
There we go.
Guys.
Episode 38.
Episode 38.
Episode 38. Energy, babe. Come on, energy, man.
Energy. I have lacked energy today.
All right. Let's get into this one. What are we doing?
So today is Monday is it the 12th today? Yes. Of December 2021. And it's been a minute, you guys.
It's been a minute. We've been missing. But it's inspired us, and it's inspired this episode, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So let's just give like a rundown of what we've been up to first of all. First of all, if you guys have not already, make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and comment live. Comment that you're watching it. Yes.
Say yes, we're watching you guys, because you guys are so fun and interesting.
So we've been up to a lot this past month. We had our sister get married, which was so...
That was fun.
Oh, that was so fun. It was so beautiful.
My sister got married, which is cool.
Which was, really cool. So, we've been caught up with preparations and things like that, and just a lot of family time, a lot of birthdays, and just work as well.
We had an event this past week, the past weekend.
We had private presentation, and just more family time.
And we're coming towards the end of the year,
which is one of the busiest
time. Church Christmas parties, everything going on.
Everything going on. And you know what? Sometimes when there's just a lot going on, don't you feel that like when nothing's on, like nothing is on, and then when something is on, everything is on. Is that just us, or like is that you guys too? So anyways, so sometimes like when there's just so much going on, like it can become overwhelming.
Yeah.
Especially when you have your healing journey going on, like that in itself can be overwhelming at times, but that coupled with like all these events and like just life in general, and then random, challenges that pop up, life can get overwhelming.
Yes, 100%. So, so the discussion we're having is, that's been our experience this past couple of months, and not that it's a distraction, but what happens is a lot of things get piled on, and one thing after another, and we tend to lose focus
on ourselves.
Yeah. On ourselves.
Because our time is taken up on life.
Yeah.
Different events and
on other, let's say, buckets. You got the family bucket, you got the church bucket, you've got a children bucket, business
bucket.
And you got the relationship.
Yeah.
And then you've also got another bucket which is called the healing bucket.
Yeah. Healing from trauma bucket. So sometimes when those buckets are overflowing, sometimes you try to tend to those buckets and you forget about your own bucket.
Yeah.
And that's not good sometimes, because then you forget about yourself. You forget to take care of yourself.
Girls, what do we say?
It's June. You forget to work on yourself, And so in saying that, sometimes you gotta say no.
No!
Gosh.
I wanted them to feel it. No! So
anyways, so sometimes you gotta say no. The thing is for me personally, it's hard for me to say no.
Yeah.
Is that hard for you to say no?
Well, as you noticed with my dramatic no,
it's not.
No, but no. What I mean is, that's my way of communicating with myself.
Yeah.
I think everyone's got different ways to communicate I'm very dramatic. No, you know. Nana's more like, no. So I think it's important to understand how you communicate to you. Anyways, so what do you mean by learning to say no? Like in what way? What does that mean to you, Nana? Like especially as you're healing and you're going through this process, this journey, like what does that mean to you?
Well, I think you gotta understand, like, what in general, like, no, saying no is hard for me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've been raised in a way and conditioned to be like a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Like I was always raised to be like, oh, sorry, oh gosh, sorry, Lola. Like I was always raised to like meet certain standards, to meet certain expectations, and when I didn't reach them, I wasn't validated, or I wasn't commended, or I wasn't praised.
Yeah.
And so like when things come up, or things are going on, like it's hard for me to say no, because it's like I feel like I got to meet everything.
Yeah.
I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that, and in the process I lose myself. I lose time and focus on like working on myself and healing and things like that.
So would you say you kind of you were never kind of allowed to say no?
Yeah.
And that if we said no,
it was so bad. It was like the end of the world.
Yeah.
It was like World War II III would break out, you know?
Yeah. What did you say?
Yeah, what did you say? What?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like it wasn't even an option.
That's really interesting. That's
it wasn't an option.
That's deep.
No, because you gotta
That's
think.
deep.
Like last episode we spoke about how do we like understanding our triggers. We spoke about like questioning ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, questioning our triggers. Like, so you gotta understand, like, why do I act a certain way? Why do I react a certain way?
Why do I respond?
Why do I respond? Like kids just don't cry for free. Like there's always something, there's always a reason as to why they're crying. Like when we went to the temple for Sister's wedding, and June just would not stop crying. Like I thought he was like tired. I thought it was just like the weather. And then I realized later on that he was just thirsty when he drank.
It was a hot day too.
It was hot, like it got really hot. But I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's just thirsty. Like, how did I like completely miss that? But do you know what I mean? But he wasn't crying for free. Like I tried to put him to sleep, you know, I tried to like cool him down without giving him a drink. But like that was the cause of
we're trying to take family photos, you know. Yeah. But
usually he's just like a happy chat, but like he wasn't. But it was just because he was thirsty. So what I'm saying is for me, I've learned as I've continued to heal, something that I've learned about myself is that it's difficult for me to say no to things. Yes, April. Huh? Okay, we're going. Is that it's difficult for me to say no, and it's like, okay, where did it stem from?
Yeah.
Because for you, because when I look at Kini, like, it just comes easy for him to be like, no. Like, if something doesn't serve Kini, if something doesn't sit right for him or whatever, like, he doesn't hesitate to say no. Whereas for me, I do. And it's like, I'll bend over backwards, even, you know, I'll bend over backwards, even if it makes me uncomfortable, even if, like, even if I have to put something that I want on the back burner just to cater to something or someone
else, because you don't want to.
Because I don't want to upset,
or you don't want to
offend, or in my mind.
I feel like the word no is not. It's not a part of your vocab.
Yeah.
So to say no in the first place is just an uncomfortable thing.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is you're it's like you said, it's people pleasing. Like you want to please them. You don't want to let them down in a way.
Yeah, I don't want to let them down.
Because you feel like you're kind of brought up that way.
Yeah. And I feel like.
I think you're not the only person. I think
I hope I'm not the only person.
Yeah, I think it's a big part of the culture. You know, the island culture. I don't think it's just island culture. I think it's
just people in charge.
no, it's cultural. It's cultural.
What?
Like I'm big, you're small.
Oh yes.
Like that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's just islander culture. You know what I mean? It's I'm big, you're small. I'm big, you're little.
It's that mentality.
I'm big, you're small. It's the same thing. Yeah, that mentality.
It's that mentality.
I'm smart, you're not. You know.
I wouldn't say it's culture because, like, I have friends who weren't raised that way. Do you know what I mean? That are same nationality. Anyways,
No, I mean it's a parental culture.
Yeah.
It's a culture of I'm 40, 30 years old. You're 5 years old. Listen to me.
I think it's just like old school mindset.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's a parent culture. It's a culture of parents.
Babe, I'm agreeing with you. Stop fighting me. Oh my gosh.
Stop fighting. Punch you on.
Anyways, forgot now what I was saying. Anyways, yeah. So what I've just learned about myself is that it has to have stemmed from somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like it stemmed
Wow.
from.
Yeah.
It's just from upbringing.
Yeah, from upbringing. So that's cool. So that's really cool to understand, and I think that takes time. Like you really got to dive into that.
Yeah. So
But
I feel like that's just like a whole nother subject.
Yeah. But when you're saying that's one part, then when you're saying say no, like what are you saying no to then?
You're saying to no to things that like essentially like don't make you happy. Like there are things when things start to become overwhelming, and you know it might not even be like a pile.
Is it crooked or is it just me? It does matter. It looks funny.
Sorry.
Yeah, the question is, if it like, what are you saying? Essentially, what are you saying no to?
Yeah, things that don't make you happy. Like if there are things that like make you feel anxious, do you know what I mean? Things that make you feel uneasy, like things that where you have to like put yourself second. I mean, there are things that like that require that, but if it makes you feel uneasy, uncomfortable, not happy, if it stresses you
For
out.
example.
Oh, it could be anything. Like it could be like anything. Going to dinner. I don't know.
Yeah, what's an example that you experienced? Do you feel like you have to say no to?
I don't know, babe.
Don't hold back now. I'm sure there's some things you want to say. You know what I mean? Say no. Come on, babe. Give an example specifically. Like.
Well, how about you give an example? What do I have to give an example? I know the birds are flying home. What's an example for you?
Oh, for me, it's just hanging around negative people. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, like negative. When I say negative, like, you know, I want to hang around people that are like that have the same vision, the same values of me. They believe in what I believe in. You know what I mean? For example, I want to be a better father. I want to hang around dads out there that want to be better fathers. You know what I mean? I don't want to hang around fathers out there that don't really take that responsibility 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You know, I want to hang around people that are fit. People that have changed their mindset around fitness, around eating. I want to hang around with them. I don't want to hang around people like, oh, bro, come and eat taco, let's eat, you know. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Not that I feel like I'm better than them, because I'm growing. I want to grow. I want to get better. I want to be.
And you just don't grow in that space.
And I just don't grow in that space. It doesn't, not that it doesn't serve me, but I just feel like, you know, if you got to, in a way, be selfish. You know what I mean?
But I don't think, it's selfish to other people, but I feel like when it comes to, like, yourself, you're not really being selfish because you're serving yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm being selfish to be selfless.
Okay.
You know, I'm trying to be a better father for my wife, for my children. I want to be, you know, I've got goals around business, this. So, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I'm putting them down. I'm just saying, like, I think they'll do better without me. Yeah, they'll do better with other people like them.
Yeah, because it's like if you're stressing
Girls.
or if you're because it's like if you're stressing or you're anxious or whatever, and you're taking that energy into that space, like it doesn't even serve them as well.
It doesn't serve them too.
So it's like
they might not believe in my values. They might not be like.
They might not be on the same page.
Yeah, like me. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I want to have money, 100%. They might not believe that. So I won't serve them right. If anything, it might trigger them.
Yeah.
They might have had millions of dollars and they don't like that. Cool.
Yeah,
you know.
right.
So for me, saying no to people that don't have the same values as me.
Yeah.
Not that I want to put them down. I feel like I serve other people better.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's
That's
it's like looking
saying
out.
no to that.
Yeah, so it's like looking out for yourself, and then at the same time you're looking out for them too, because it's like you're protecting their energy as well.
Like another little example, I don't listen to the radio. I don't listen to the radio. I don't watch the news. I don't do that.
Yeah, why?
Because I have this personal belief. The story that I tell myself is that radio, news, it's all about attention. It's all about negativity.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's never really uplifting.
It's never uplifting. So uplifting for me is I listen to podcasts. I'll listen to podcasts and audiobooks.
Yeah, right.
I'll listen to myself sometimes.
He's not lying, guys.
I'll listen to meditation music. 100%. I'll listen to meditation. Just meditation music. So that is a way for me to say no. I know I won't listen to that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, like sometimes I'll just go on the news to see an update.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't, like that's like once a fortnight, once a week.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yeah.
So what?
I think when you're saying no, it's you're saying no to things that like don't respect your boundaries, that don't uplift you. Do you know? Don't make you feel happy. Like that's what it is. You might be saying no to like certain circles, certain environments, certain spaces. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is like for me, I've been conditioned to believe that saying no is a bad thing.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing.
I think that's something that I've taken away from this conversation, like that. Like saying no it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. Yeah. And a lot of the time we associate that. We have a story that saying no is bad because it like you said, it comes from an upbringing. You know?
Because it's like every time we say no, we think and we feel that like, oh, someone's going to be upset. It's not going to work out, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like things like that. So it's like we associate, we've connected like no with like those feelings, and we don't want to feel those feelings. We don't want to feel those feelings of like disappointment, of letting someone down, of things falling through, like, oh, it's the end of the world. Do you know what I mean? And so like you gotta unlearn that and learn that saying no is okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes saying no is safe. Like it's fine. Like it's okay.
Yeah. Especially for someone like yourself that's
that's healing, that is trying to heal from trauma.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like because with trauma, like with sexual trauma, when it's happening to you, the thing that you want to say is no. You want to scream no, but you
wow.
You can't even like
wow.
you
wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to shout, you want to scream no.
No.
Stop. No, don't do this. Stop. But you can't.
Wow.
Because you're frozen. You're literally frozen.
Wow.
In that moment.
Because you've been trained. You've been brought up in a way where saying no is a bad thing.
Yeah.
So when
it's that. Yeah.
So when that happens.
Yeah, like it's that. But and then when we're talking in terms of trauma, and like sexual trauma specifically, like you're so afraid in that moment. You know, you're literally frozen in that moment, where all that's kind of playing, if sometimes not in the moment, but even after the fact, like all you want to say and do is no.
So if our kids say to us, if we say we'll do this, and then they're like no, don't get mad at it.
Don't get mad at it.
Oh my gosh, I'm the worst at that. I am the worst at that. when they don't do as a father, when they don't do what I want them to do. Yeah, that's definitely something that I need to work on.
Yeah, you need to understand, like, they say no or they don't do it. You need to understand why.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then why? And sometimes it's like they just don't understand why we're telling them to do
Exactly,
that thing.
and that's one thing. I don't
like,
think.
for example, like their seatbelts. Always tell them.
Yes.
Put on your seatbelt. Put on your
Yeah.
seatbelt. We have to like always remind them why we tell them to put on their seatbelt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't just get angry at them.
So
for
just
free.
because they say no, it doesn't mean like all right, yeah, you can do whatever you want. We still have a responsibility as a parent to not get triggered, rather use it as an opportunity to understand what they mean and to teach them the why behind that.
Because right there, right? Like if you keep getting angry at them when they say no, do you know what I mean?
No.
No, but listen, when you're
No.
stop, listen, I'm trying to explain.
Girls, April.
Yes, April. Okay, we're going. We're going to get dinner.
I want to
We
eat.
are on our way to
No,
dinner.
listen. You're right. I want to eat too. But guess what? We're going to be a couple more minutes. She said,
No.
I'm not sure uppercut this girl. Anyway,
But see, if we always shut them down when they say no,
I shut them down a lot of time. I'm bad at this.
but if we shut them down when they say no, then later on in their life, they're never going to say no because they're going to associate, oh, if I say no,
thing.
No, if I say no, I'm going to get shut down.
Ooh.
I don't want to feel shut down, so I'm never going to say no. I'm just going to say yes.
Oh.
So that's what happens when you don't break that cycle, when you don't take the time to
Yalla,
like
bro.
learn
Break the cycle, cuz.
and understand. You are not going to break the cycle, and then they're going to grow up and like hesitate to say no when things come around, when they start to feel overwhelmed, when they start to feel anxious, when they start to feel unhappy. They're
Amen.
not going to say no.
Amen. Amen.
Because you got angry.
It's me. What about you?
Maybe I try to understand the children.
And let's wrap this up. This is a really good episode. I wish the kids would just you know. Anyways, let's wrap this up. These are really good episodes.
What did you take from it, my love?
What I took from it is I definitely need to be more conscious about how I parent my children. That's a big thing. That's definitely a big takeaway for me. Number two, I think
I just said one
one thing. Yeah, that's one thing for me.
Yeah, I think just to sis.
This girl, her,
Oh, the her.
patience with me, guys. Let's
Yeah,
go, babe.
so
Wrap it up.
just one. I think one thing, just like it's okay to say no. It is safe to say no. It is not wrong to say no. And that's it, guys. Respect your boundaries. We have exciting things for next year. We have been planning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And,
2022.
Coming up.
2022. We've got some really good episodes coming up. So
yeah, anyways, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share if it resonates with you, and do all the good stuff. And alright, bye guys.
see ya.